Imagine a world where racing meant flirting with death, where drivers raced with little protection, no helmets, no seatbelts, often mere shirt sleeves, risking life every lap. This was Formula One's reality in the 1950s. The sport was raw speed and raw danger, with cars that prioritized velocity over safety. Tracks had minimal barriers, medical facilities were primitive or non-existent, and crashes often had tragic consequences. Spectators were not safe either, as seen in the devastating 1955 Le Mans disaster, where nearly 80 people lost their lives. For drivers like Stirling Moss, risk was simply part of the job. Into the 1960s, the first safety steps emerged. Rollover bars were introduced in 1961. Fireproof suits became mandatory, and helmets evolved from simple cork to full visors. Yet, danger remained omnipresent. The deaths of Jim Clark in 1968 and Jochen Rindt in 1970 underscored just how lethal the sport was. It was still common for drivers to be thrown from cars, often fatally. The 1970s marked a crucial turning point. Jackie Stewart, a leading F1 driver, became a fierce advocate for safety, pushing for better fire protection, barriers around tracks, mandatory seatbelts, and safer helmets. This decade saw the introduction of 6-point harnesses to keep drivers firmly strapped in, and the imperative that every driver could exit the car within 5 seconds in an emergency. Tragically, it was the loss of multiple legends in this era that fueled the push for change. By the 1980s, Formula One began to see technological leaps. The introduction of carbon fiber monocoque chassis drastically improved crash survivability, offering a survival cell that could withstand huge impacts. Tracks installed medical centers and rescue helicopters became race staples. Crash tests for cars began and were incrementally tightened through the decade. A critical moment that shook the sport to its core came in 1994. At the San Marino Grand Prix, 2 drivers, Roland Ratzenberger and the beloved Ayrton Senna, were killed within days of each other. This catastrophe galvanized the sport like never before. The FIA launched a dedicated safety research group, immediately enforcing regulations to slow cars down, redesigning dangerous corners, and improving fireproof gear. Tire barriers were secured with rubber belts to better absorb impact, and pit lane speed limits were enforced. The 2000s ushered in high-tech driver protection. The HANS head and neck support device became mandatory to prevent fatal whiplash injuries by stabilizing the driver's head during crashes. Carbon fiber survival cells became even stronger and were extended to protect lower legs and feet. Medical response times improved with 4 specialized intervention vehicles and on-site doctors at every race. In 2015, the virtual safety car was introduced, a system that instantaneously slows the whole field during incidents to protect drivers and rescue crews, drastically reducing dangerous on-track accidents. And then came the Halo in 2018. Initially controversial, this titanium frame protects the driver's head from flying debris and heavy impacts. Its life-saving potential was dramatically proven when it shielded Romain Grosjean during his fiery crash at the 2020 Bahrain Grand Prix, allowing him to escape with minor injuries from a crash that could have been fatal. The circuits themselves evolved too. Dangerous gravel traps gave way to smoother asphalt runoffs, and barriers are now engineered to absorb and dissipate energy on impact. Cockpit openings were enlarged so drivers can evacuate quickly, and steering wheels can be detached and reattached within 10 seconds for emergencies. Every innovation in Formula One safety has been forged in the lessons of tragedy, borne on the shoulders of drivers past who gave their lives so future racers could survive. Today, Formula One cars are marvels of safety engineering, blending speed with protection. And while racing will always have inherent risks, there is near universal respect in the paddock for how far safety has come, a testament to the relentless innovation born from heartbreak. Looking ahead, the quest continues. AI-powered crash prediction, helmets with advanced impact sensors, smarter track designs, all aimed at ensuring that the thrill of racing never again comes at the cost of a life. This is the story of Formula One's great escape from death's shadow and how, lap by lap, it pioneered the safest racing on the planet. What moment made you realize how important safety in F1 is? Share your story in the comments and subscribe to dive deeper into the history and drama of this incredible sport.